through life. Been there and done that with trifling people who told me my style would not work. I told them they wrong, been struggling too long. This song is for you, I'm proving you wrong. Get out my way, get out my way, get out my way, get out my way.
I'm a genuine person. Like if I love you, I love you. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. It's as simple as that.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Linda B. Good morning, sister. How are you? Good morning, Mom, Life, Love. How y'all doing this morning? All right, I want to welcome everybody to Atmos in the morning. This morning, we are going to just chit-chat about a couple of things, y'all. We're going to chit-chat about a couple of things. I thank y'all for being here this morning. Those that are just waking up, just got your notification, that's going to be tuning in. Thank y'all for joining in. Also, as y'all know, on this show, we talk about real world events, things that are going to actually, we talk about some entertainment stuff, right? But we talk about mainly world events, things that are happening right now, things that are affecting your communities, things that you have to deal with on a daily basis. So, before we get started, I want to let you all know that you're amazing. You're incredible. You are here for a reason. I say this every single morning. If God woke you up this morning to be able to open your eyes, your ears can listen and hear what I'm doing right now, you are blessed. No matter what else happens in your day after this show, you are blessed because you are here to experience whatever you got to go through. Okay. All right, y'all. So a few things I want to go over today is I want to talk about some things that we really need to start paying attention to. I know a lot of people are tired of talking about this COVID-19 thing, okay? But the media sometimes leaks out things that we really need to pay attention to. And I want y'all to see something this morning that really opened up my eyes when I saw it yesterday. And I'm like, a lot of people are slipping, and it's going to start affecting people in a crazy way. And I don't want the people that watch my channel or that support me to be lacking in knowledge. Okay. So I'm going to share this with y'all real quick. Give me one moment here. Let me share this. I want y'all to just listen to this really, really quick. Hold on. So it says here, very reasonable for officials to re-implement mask mandates amid the Delta surge. when you hear some of the stuff that they are saying, real numbers that are coming out, it should definitely make you start to think about how lackadaisical you should be. But I want y'all to check this out.
At Amazon, we help people find a new career path, even if that path doesn't include us. Whether that's in fields like healthcare, information technology, or a new job at Amazon.
Sorry about the...
By covering up to 95% of their tuition, we've helped educate over 40,000 Amazon employees for the future, wherever it may take them.
Okay, there we go.
With vaccination rates lagging, the Biden administration issued an urgent warning this week about vaccine misinformation. Joining me now, Surgeon General Vivek Murthy. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Doctor, I want to start with LA and those other counties now requiring masks, which is, as we have said, counter to the CDC guidance. Overnight, your predecessor, Jerome Adams, tweeted that the CDC should be advising areas with a high number of cases to vax and mask, saying that at the beginning of the pandemic, when he and Dr. Fauci were advising against masks, it was a mistake and he regrets it. So should the CDC advice change?
Well, thanks, Martha. What we're seeing in LA County is concerning, this rise in cases. And unfortunately, we are seeing rises, particularly among the unvaccinated in many parts of the country now, and especially given the Delta variant. What the CDC did in its guidance about close to 2 months ago now is based on the science, saying that your risk of getting sick or transmitting the virus was low if you were fully vaccinated. They gave communities and individuals the flexibility to make decisions about what to do with masks. Now, in areas where there are low numbers of vaccinated people or where cases are rising, it's very reasonable for counties to take more mitigation measures, like the mask rules that you see coming out in LA. And I anticipate that will happen in other parts of the country too. Should also say, Martha, that for individuals as well, depending on their circumstances, some people may choose to continue wearing masks, such as those who may be immunocompromised or people who have those, family members at home who are unvaccinated. So people can make these decisions. Counties certainly have the right to put mitigation measures back in place. And that's not contradictory to the guidance the CDC has issued.
Rochelle Walensky, head of the CDC, says this has become a pandemic of the unvaccinated, but we have seen a number of cases reported in vaccinated individuals. How rare is that? And is there growing concern with those numbers of vaccinated people who are getting COVID?
Well, Martha, the vaccines that we have against COVID are highly effective. In the case of the mRNA vaccines, more than 90% effective in preventing symptomatic infection, but they're not 100% perfect. No vaccine is. And that means that you will see some numbers of people who have breakthrough cases. But there are two things to know about that. One is that those numbers will be small. Keep in mind, we've vaccinated millions and millions of people in the United States. We have, in fact, more than 160 million people who are fully vaccinated right now. So you will see numbers, a small minority of people who do have breakthrough infections. But here's the other thing to know, is that when you are fully vaccinated, even if you do have a breakthrough infection, it's much more likely that that infection will be either asymptomatic or mild. And that's really good news. That continues to tell us that these vaccines are highly effective. And that's one of the reasons we are recommending them for people across the country.
Do you believe that part of these new mask mandates for the vaccinated, like in LA County, is because there's just no way of telling whether unmasked people are vaccinated or not? Is that part of the problem here?
Well, I think for communities where they're seeing a significant increase in cases, LA County is one of those counties. I think they're looking to take mitigation measures to reduce that spread, and masks are one of them. Look, we saw this during the last year of the pandemic, that when you have large numbers of people gathering in indoor spaces, that is the right setup for COVID-19 to spread. And so I think when you see counties like LA putting those kind of requirements in place, they're basing their data and their decisions off of what we learned over the last year about what constitutes a high-risk setting. And again, counties are going to continue to make these decisions. The CDC has also put together surge response teams that draw from individuals across the administration to help not only with these kind of decisions, but with testing, with vaccine administration, with diagnostics like monoclonal antibodies, to ensure the communities that are seeing rises in cases have the support that they need.
The World Health Organization warned that with the Delta variant and the 3 other variants of concern still circulating, the pandemic's really nowhere near finished, and new, possibly more dangerous variants could emerge. If we don't get this under control now, what do you anticipate the fall looking like?
Well, Martha, I am deeply concerned. We have made so much progress over this past year, and seeing how many people have gotten vaccinated, seeing cases come down so markedly from their January peak, that's been really reassuring. And knowing that the vast majority of people who are fully vaccinated have a high degree of protection, that also gives me some comfort. But what I worry about, Martha, is that we still have millions of people in our country who are not vaccinated. We have to still protect our children under 12 who don't have a vaccine available to them. And I want to focus on the kids for a moment here, because this is such an important point we don't talk about enough. For our children under 12, and I say that as a dad who's got 2 kids who are 4 and 3 and who don't have a vaccine available to them yet, our kids depend on us, the people around them, being protected, being vaccinated in order to shield them from the virus. And that's why, again, it's so important for us to get vaccinated. I'm worried that what we're starting to see increasingly in states like Arkansas and Missouri and Nevada and my home state of Florida and Louisiana, these surges within the unvaccinated population, that we will continue to see that unless we get a hold of this pandemic by getting more people vaccinated.
And I want to talk about misinformation. You issued a warning this week that vaccine misinformation shared on social media is an urgent threat. President Biden said it's, quote, killing people. Facebook officials say stop pointing fingers. They've already tried to get about 18 million pieces of COVID misinformation down. What should they do?
Well, Martha, I'm glad you asked. And I've been deeply concerned about the flow of misinformation across technology platforms and throughout society over the last many months. This is not a new problem, Martha, to be clear. As a doctor, I have for years sat with patients and worked with them to try to untangle the web of misinformation about health that they have gotten on social media and from other sources. But what we're seeing that's different now, Martha, is the speed and scale with which misinformation is spreading. And one of the primary places where we see that happening are technology platforms. I laid out a number of steps that many sectors can take, including technology companies. With tech companies, I called for greater transparency in terms of the data that they have to share with independent researchers, so we can get a better sense of how much misinformation is flowing on these sites and what strategies are working to address them. The algorithms on these sites, which serve up information again and again to people that sometimes reinforces misinformation, are also places where we can ask those companies to make changes. I also ask people across our country to stop and verify your sources before you post stories online.
Okay, thanks very much, Dr. Murthy. We hope it works.
Okay, so they don't want people really saying anything that. Good morning, Yada. What's up, sis? Nettie Boo, Bev Davis. What's going on? They don't want anyone speaking against the vaccines, right? President Biden is saying that misinformation from social media networks is killing people. So you have to be careful what you say, right? This is what I'm going to say. If you feel like you should get the vaccine, get the vaccine. Some people believe that it is their choice, and I agree, it is your choice. Okay. I don't think no one should make a choice for you on what should be put inside of your body. Other than someone that you go to say, hey, I trust you to determine what is best for my health, what is best for my life, what is best for my future. And most of the times that is your doctor, right? That is someone that you chose to trust with your life and trust with what recommendations they choose that will help you to heal, get better, recover, or whatsoever. I did a video before. This is about just over a year ago, where I talked about the virus, and I did a video letting people know, hey, y'all, it's coming, it's here, it's da 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 da, and YouTube didn't like that. They almost gave me a strike because they said that because I was quoting news sources and because I was giving my opinion about people and if they about the virus, so about the vaccines, that they didn't want that information being out. A part of me really starts to wonder if it's really all about money. And I don't want to think that. Like I said, so they say that the majority of people have been vaccinated, which is good for them. They say that even those that are vaccinated, if they get it again, that their symptoms will be milder than they would as if they weren't vaccinated. So I'm like, okay. But at the end of the day, I believe that it is your right to choose what goes inside of your body. So I'm going to say, whatever gives you peace, pray on it. Me personally, until I see the vast majority of stats based on the differences between the Moderna, the Pfizer, and the Johnson & Johnson, that is when I will make the decision on which one I trust to put inside my body based on the numbers. I'm one of those guys where I believe that the majority is the most important. You know, if you have 4 million people over here that took the Pfizer shot and only 23 of them got COVID again, or, you know, got reinfected and the results were so severe that only 3 of them died. So 3 out of the 4 million died, and then you had a few of them that got it again or whatever. And then you have someone over here on the Johnson & Johnson side that says we gave out 4 million shots and 100,000 people ended up getting COVID again, and over 50,000 of them died from it, and 20,000 of them died within the first hour of getting it. Which one do y'all think I'm gonna go with? You think I'm gonna go with the one that has the just as good of a sample size, where the numbers are much lower of a probability of it being fatal, or am I gonna go with the one that may have a more popular name? At the end of the day, it's y'all choice. Okay, at the end of the day. So there's something else I want to share with y'all. Have any of y'all ever heard of a conservatorship? A conservatorship. Has anyone ever heard of a conservatorship? Conservatorship. Anybody? Can anybody tell me what a conservatorship is? And this next thing that I'm about to go over, it kind of blows my mind. I've been kind of not really focused on it because I just, kind of felt like people really didn't care. But it was some interesting stuff in this story that I read yesterday. And I want to know how y'all would feel if this was court ordered on you to be done. Court, a judge decided this for you. Now, I'm sure some of y'all have heard that artist Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. I played with that. She also there's one song that she got out there I really like a lot called Womanizer. Womanizer, womanizer, world womanizer, oh womanizer, yeah, you're a womanizer, you, womanizer, womanizer, womanizer. You know what I'm saying? It's a good song. I like the song. I like the beat, right? So, I want y'all to see this and give me y'all opinions on what you think about it. This is, here we go. This is Britney Spears. It looks like here that a court had ordered. Let me pull this up for y'all so y'all can see the whole thing. It looks like here that it says this conservatorship killed my dreams. Britney Spears post about father and sister. Britney Spears wrote 2 lengthy Instagram posts late Saturday calling out her father and sister, and she refused to perform on stage again until she has control over her own career. She said, look, I'm not going to be performing on any stages anytime soon with my dad handling what I wear, what I say, what I do or think, she wrote in one post. Now, the 2 posts are the latest public comments Spears has made as she fights to end a conservatorship, which has allowed a court-appointed conservator, in this case, her father, to control her career and finances since 2008. On Wednesday, she won a major victory in court when a judge ruled she had the right to choose her own lawyer rather than a court-appointed counsel. Britney Spears, who is 39, has not performed in public since the end of 2018 at the end of her world tour and Las Vegas residency. She has claimed she was forced to work 70 hours a week in the past, and she has called the conservatorship abusive in court. The financial group Bessemer Trust resigned as co-conservatorship following Spears' testimony against the legal arrangement in June. Jamie Spears remained the sole conservator of Spears' estate. In the first post on Saturday, Spears wrote, "There's nothing worse than when people closest to you who never showed up for you post things in regard to your situation, whatever it may be, and speak righteously for support." Spears contended, "How dare people you love the most say anything at all? Did they even put a hand out to lift me at that time? How dare you make it public? And now you care. Did you put your hand out when I was drowning?" While she didn't name anyone specifically, fans speculated she was talking about her sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, who first spoke publicly about the conservatorship in June. "Maybe I didn't support her the way the public would like me to with the hashtag on the public platform, but I can assure you that I supported my sister long enough before there was a hashtag, and I support her long after." Jamie Lynn said on her Instagram stories, according to Vulture, "Not that I owe the public anything because my sister knows I love and support her." In her second post, Spears directly called out her sister, writing, "I don't like that my sister showed up at an award show and performed my songs to remixes." Jamie Lynn Spears performed a remix of Spears' song in 2007 Radio Free Disney Awards, which honored Spears that year with an Icon Award and featured several tribute performances. "My so-called support system hurt me deeply," Spears continued in her post on Saturday night. "This conservatorship killed my dreams. So I have all this. So all I have is hope. And hope is the only thing in this world that is very hard to kill. Yet people still try. I didn't like the way the documentaries bring up humiliating moments from my life in my past, and all that in have been for a long time. I'm way past that and have been for a long time. Although Spears had been fighting for years to end the conservatorship, a 2021 documentary framing Britney Spears, which was nominated last week for 2 Emmy Awards, pushed the legal arrangement back into the public eye. Spears didn't speak publicly about the conservatorship until recently, and earlier this week, she used the hashtag Free Britney Spears hashtag for the first time. Okay, so here's my question to y'all. How would you be able to handle somebody handling your money, what you wore, what you said, when you sing, whatever you do? There's another adult while you are 39 years old who is telling you what to do. Let me see what some of y'all say. All right. Yes, it's an appointment of financial guardian. Okay. Yes, voluntary conservatorship and involuntary conservatorship. Right. So I guess she probably got the involuntary because she seemed like she don't like what's going on. Hey, Miss Jennifer, how you doing? Let me see here. Involuntary conservatorship is deemed when a physician deems you're incompetent of handling your own affairs. How would y'all feel if a court ordered someone else who was an adult, your dad, your sister, who controlled your finances, who controlled if you was an artist or you got your own business? They controlled when you worked, told you when you're gonna work, when you're not gonna work. Hey, Tasha, good morning. Good morning. Stilettos, good morning, sister. How are you? How would y'all feel about that? Would that be something that would be acceptable to you? Being grown and not being able to make your own decisions? You say you want to go off somewhere. Hey, y'all, I want to go over here and go hang out with my friends in Colorado. Oh, no, you don't. No, you're going to be in Arizona performing on the stage. You're going to be doing a charity event that's going to raise about $50,000. I'm going to give you $5,000. $45,000 is going towards me. And there's nothing else you have to say about it. How would y'all feel about that? How would y'all feel about that? I think that'll be rough for me. That will be really rough for me. I mean, I couldn't imagine not being in control of my own decisions in life. Let me see. Well, I think I would do the same. I'll be outraged. Of course. Yeah, I mean, I would too, Nettie Boo. I would be outraged too. Like, who, like, and then you gonna do my music as a tribute to me, and you're gonna do a remix to my music? Oh, hell no. No. If you're gonna do my music, you need to do it in its original form. Okay? Tasha said her family is wrong. Absolutely. I agree with you. They wrong. She couldn't even control her own children. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, that's rough. And let's be honest, y'all. These days, don't get me wrong. There's a certain point to where you have let's say, kids hear your voice, right? And then there's a certain point where they just kind of tune you out. And so you just got to make sure that you done instilled enough in them to where they'll have something to come back to after they fall on their face. And they'll say, oh, yeah, Dad, I remember you telling me that. Mom, I remember you telling me that. A lot of times these days, y'all, and it's hard to say and it's hard for us to accept, but kids sometimes have to go through stuff on their own. They have to experience what life is. Like I was telling y'all before, I got a daughter, 19-year-old daughter. She'll be 20 on December 5th. I try to talk to her. I try to, she's pregnant. I thank God she waited till she graduated. So I got to give her kudos for that. She at least waited for that. But, it so happened to be with someone who isn't, and I guess it's not for us to pick who our kids are with, right? But it just so happens to be someone who likes to do the wrong things. And, it's rough when you see your kids and you're like, okay, I know exactly where this is going to go. I know exactly. So allow me to help you avoid a lot of stress, a lot of anger, a lot of embarrassment. Allow me to come in, someone who has been through, and let me help you because I love you and I'm here for you. And I just want you to have a much easier path in life than I did. And then comes the next words out of their mouths, which is, I'm grown. Legally, what can you do? You try to give them every logical reason to say, hey, let me fill in, let me help you. But once they hit you with that, I'm grown. Okay, I'm going to let you be grown. I believe she has psychology issues. Otherwise, it would not have happened. Okay. It's treating her as if she's illiterate. Yeah. Psychological. Okay. She says she's never doing music or videos ever again until they stop the conservatorship. Until then, she said she'll be dancing in her living room. Hey, that's crazy. But here's the thing, though. That makes sense because at the end of the day, without her, there's no bag. So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's almost like she's a puppet, right? And they're saying, okay, you're going to do this. Come walk over here. You just the thought of somebody else controlling every single move you make, what you say, what you do, like that would drive most people crazy. They're not going to get no money. No, they're not going to get no money unless she performs or she does anything. Absolutely. But I mean, in this case, I definitely think that, hopefully it all works out for her. I just personally would not know how to deal with somebody controlling my money, what I say, and all this kind. I couldn't deal with that personally. You want some type of freedom. Okay, now there is a new way of people carjacking people. Hey, Granny, what's going on, Granny? How you doing? I saw you. I didn't miss you. How you doing? We see you. We see you in the chat. Yeah, they pretty much did screw her life up. I agree. Now, I mean, if she was, I guess there's a catch-22 to that, because if she was out here just doing a whole bunch of reckless, ratchet stuff, you know what I'm saying? But still, and yet that's still her life. Like that's rough. That's a touchy one. That's a real touchy one. Now this next story, y'all, is something I think that everybody needs to pay attention to because it is starting to pick up more and more and more. And so I want y'all to be aware of it. Grown people have their own. Hold up. Okay. So now they have this new way of trying to carjack your car. And I want y'all to be aware of what to look for so that if this ever happens to you, you know what to do. Police are saying if a car behind you taps your rear bumper, it may be carjackers trying to lure you out. Let me read this to y'all. It says here, Atlanta police are warning drivers about bump and rob carjackings. They say if you are driving and someone bumps your car from behind, don't ever get out of your car to check for damage, because the driver behind you may be trying to lure you out to steal your car. One example of countless recent bump and robs, carjackings happened in Atlanta. This is from May 5th, 2021. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2021. It says here, a young woman was driving at night on Howard Mill near 14th Street in Northwest Atlanta, was blindsided, bumped from behind in slow-moving traffic, and suddenly her life was threatened at gunpoint for her car. She recalled Monday that as soon as she felt the car behind tap her rear bumper, she instinctively got out of the vehicle to see, was my car damaged? She asked 11 Alive not to use her name, still frightened by what she faced next. Her car was okay, but then things took a turn. As I turned around and gave them the thumbs up, they both got out the passenger and driver side with rifles, walked up to my car, and from then on, everything kind of happened fast, she said. She had guns in her face. In an instant, they stole her car. I wasn't really focused on anything. I was focused on surviving. Basically, this past Friday, the same scheme happened in Midtown Atlanta. Atlanta police said a driver on 14th Street near West Peachtree Street felt the car bump them with the rear bumper. When he got out to check, the police said the people who bumped him pulled guns, and he pulled his own gun, and everyone was shooting. The car thief still got away with his car. Wow. Atlanta police do not track carjacking separately. But so far in 2021, Atlanta car thefts in general, which include carjackings, are up 29% compared to the first half of the year. Atlanta police said the bump and rob or bump and carjack is now so common, they are warning people on Facebook. There have been several recent bump and carjack accidents, situations in the Atlanta area. The Atlanta Police Department wants the public to stay safe and be mindful in certain accident scenarios. If someone hits your vehicle from behind, as in bumping you just enough to get your attention, we ask that you do the following. These are the things that they ask you to do, y'all. If someone bumps your bumper just slightly, okay, they are saying, don't get out of the car. Call 911 and explain what happened and provide your location. Also, provide any information you can on the vehicle or the person behind you, usually in the rearview mirror. If you must leave your vehicle, if you must move your vehicle, drive it to a well-lit, populated area or a police precinct and call 911. Wait for the police to arrive before assessing the damage. While most vehicle accidents are truly accidents, some can be a setup for a carjacking and a robbery. If you are in doubt, call 911 and wait for the police. The driver who survived the May 5th assault wishes that she could tell everyone so far police have not arrested the people who carjacked her, but police did find her car the next day. Some of her personal belongings inside the car was gone. To this day, the bumper scratches are still there, along with awful memories. Don't get out, keep your windows up, and drive to somewhere where a lot of people are, even if you know you are at risk, whatever you're saving your life. It is painful, she said, to recall it now, but she is wanting all to hear from her. So this is kind of the video.
Tonight's some potentially life-saving advice. If you are driving and someone bumps into your car from behind, what do? Atlanta police say do not ever stop and get out of the car to check the damage. The driver behind you may be trying to lure you out of the car to steal your car. John Sherrick with one driver's firsthand tale of the bump and rob.
Blindsided, bumped from behind in traffic, and suddenly her life was threatened at gunpoint. It was May 5th in Northwest Atlanta. She felt the car behind her tap her rear bumper. Her first instinct.
And I got out of the vehicle to see what's my car damaged.
She asked us not to use her name. Still frightened by what she faced next. Her car was okay. But then,
as I turned around and gave them the thumbs up, they both got out of the passenger and the driver's side with rifles and walked up to the car. And from then on, everything kind of happened fast.
guns in her face. They stole her car. This past Friday, same MO in Midtown Atlanta. Atlanta police do not track carjackings separately. But so far this year in Atlanta, car thefts in general, which include carjackings, are up 29% compared with the first half of last year. Atlanta police say the bump and rob is now so common, they're warning people on Facebook, do not get out of your car. Call 911 right away and describe what you can see in your rearview mirror. And don't wait for police to arrive if you feel unsafe. Just drive away, maybe to a police station if you know of one nearby. This driver wishes she could tell that to everyone. So far, police have not arrested the people who attacked her, but police did find her car the next day. Some of her personal belongings were gone. To this day, the bumper scratches are still there, along with awful memories.
Don't get out. Keep the windows up and drive to somewhere where a lot of people are, even if you risk, whatever, you saving your life.
Painful for her to recall it all, but wanting all to hear it from her.
Man, listen. Y'all gotta be vigilant. Always pay attention to your surroundings. I think in a situation like that, you've been trained to, your instinct is to go out and see what's going on with your car, right? But these days, you got to be more careful, y'all. You got to be more careful. So if you ever get, somebody hit your bumper, just instantly got to be like, let me go and call the police and make sure that this isn't a situation. Now, I'm sure if you see a older couple get out the car, something like that, then the likelihood of them trying to carjack you is probably very little. But then again, the way these kids are these days, they can scheme up anything. So be careful out there, y'all. Be careful. Tarshay said they bumping here in Chicago. Also, the lady across the street from me got bumped and they carjacked her at the stop sign from her house. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Good morning, Miss Lynn. How you doing, Miss Lynn? Good morning. Thank you for coming in here this morning. But y'all, I really, those were the only things I wanted to hit on this morning. I will be back tomorrow. I've been having some topics and I appreciate y'all. Some people have been hitting me up saying, Atmos, why don't you go over this? Atmos, why don't you go over that? So I do appreciate y'all for helping me to, bring content that y'all want to hear. Okay. But I'm about to get ready for work. I want y'all to know that I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming in here this morning. I will see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a blessed day. Be prosperous. Don't forget that you should be thankful for everything. Be grateful for everything. If you are looking for God to, as we talked about yesterday on this Blessed House Ministries, if you're looking for God to bless you and to help you to enhance, enlarge your territory, ask for God to enlarge your territory when it comes to your joy, to your love, to your happiness, to your patience, to your thinking. Those are the things that are going to help you to grow. Okay. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. And thank you very much for tuning in to Atmos in the morning. Peace.